Now then, people, and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show, and happy Easter to you all. I hope you are all doing well. Good Friday went down a treat. Thank you to everyone that watched the show. Thank you to everyone that watched the post-match reaction. But it's now all steam ahead, looking forward to Easter Monday Madness, when, of course, all the games will be covered on the Just Joe Football Show once again, and I'm excited to get going for you. And, of course, the last game on Monday Madness will be Leeds United versus Hull City. We do owe Hull City one, it feels. 0-0 it was previously at their place. Joe Rodon was incorrectly sent off for 2 yellow cards. If you remember, that first one was soft as you like. We're going to be talking about Hull City, what they're going to possess, what they're going to bring forward to the game, what Leeds United will do, because what's clear is, and as much as it pains me to say this, because I love the man, but Liam Cooper cannot start and will not start. Daniel Farke fell on his sword a little bit during the previous game against Watford and realised he got it wrong. I do want to just say some of the disrespect online shown to Liam Cooper is just out of order. You can say he's poor. You can criticise. To call him names, and it's just not for me. It's just not for me. It's not my kind of fandom. And if that's for you, then yeah, it is what it is. Who am I to be, the barometer with which to follow your football team? Because I'm certainly not. But I just feel it's a little bit disrespect. Look, as well, of course, right? I feel like we've been here before as well. After Huddersfield Town, everyone wanted to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Do you know what I mean? And said, everything needs to change after we got a point. Then we went on and won some more games, and Bamford scored in that next game. Everyone's clamouring for Mateo Josephs to start. I get it. But where does he start? Who does he start in front of? You're all going to say Pat. Well, he won't, and he shouldn't. He's not ready yet for me to lead the line in the Championship. That's just my opinion. I know everyone wants new shiny toy, let's do it. But the last time people were saying this, Bamford went and scored against Sheff Wednesday. He's key. And let's not forget, when Mateo Joseph did score and his impact was instant, a lot of that has to do with game state. A lot of that has to do with the fact Leeds United were on top at that period. And Bamford was still on the pitch. So where are you fitting him in? If you want Mateo Joseph to start, where does he fit in? Because I don't see Daniel Farke taking Bamford out. Okay, and if he is, then I'll hold my hands up, because I'll back Farke, whatever. Even when he got it wrong the other night, I still back him. You know what I mean? I say, right, okay, I could see what you were trying to do. It didn't work. He fell on his sword. He switched it up. Daniel Farke will have been umming and ahhing over that decision for a long time. He even spoke in his presser about putting Gray in midfield. Obviously thought, no, do you know what? I'll just put Cooper in at centre-back and move Ampadu in midfield. Then he quickly realised, I've got this wrong, and switched it. Leeds United gained a point for me. It felt like, I don't know how you feel, but when I'm watching the game, that we were destined to not get that point. Ultimately, we did. So, happy days. And it's another game chalked off, and it's a point gained on Leicester. Ipswich are flying, but listen, Ipswich have got some tough games coming up, not least Southampton on Monday. They've got to play Norwich at Carrow Road, where they haven't beaten Norwich for like 9+ years. So, there is still time yet, and Leeds United for me will still go up as champions. But in order for us to do that, obviously we have to get past Hull City. I do feel that Hull City are being gassed up a lot. They're a great side. Listen, I'm not being too disrespectful on Hull City. I really like Liam Rosenior. I like a lot of their players. They have an exciting young team. But I just feel that Leeds United have held them in too high esteem. Let's not forget now, they're not in great form either. They've seen 0 wins in the last 5, 1 draw, 4 losses. It's not great form for them. The dip in form is not welcomed either, because, prior to the season starting, just missing out on the playoffs, Hull City fans would have been, yeah, okay, we've had a good season. After January, they need to be in the playoffs. They've brought in some top players during that time, not least Fabio Carvalho, Ryan Giles. They brought the lad in from Burnley as well, Zarori, who smashed it in the Championship last season. So, they should be doing better than what they are. I think a lot of that is due to the fact that they don't have an out-and-out striker. Liam Delap is a massive miss. He's sort of like their focal point. He's got 9 G&A this season, and without him, they've struggled, Look, as soon as the centre-back partnership was put back to Rodon and Ampadu, Leeds United didn't concede a chance. There was no touch in the opposition box. So revert back to type. Hull City might see that Watford result and say, all right, okay, we can get something here. But I would say, there were too many changes. And when we reverted back to Amperdon Road no chances were created. And Leeds United somehow strangleholded the possession stats back over. From the 65-minute onwards, we ended up then having that much possession that the possession won out. So it just shows how much we dominated that game after the centre-backs were switched to what they were. I would do that, but the only problem is then, if Gruyev isn't fit, we don't have an out-and-out 6. Now, can Gray or Kamara do that to a sufficient level? That's the issue. Gray's amazing, box to box, but is he that 6 type? No, I would say not. So would it be Kamara who would be tasked with doing that, dropping in between the centre-backs? I know Gray's phenomenal, but, can he do what Ampadu and Gruyev can? I'm not too sure. Or he can, but is he doing it to a sufficient level? And that's probably why Farke opted for Ampadu in midfield in the previous game. So the big one's Gruyev. We need to see Gruyev in the starting lineup, and Leeds United, it'll just be back to normal, and we'll have too much. And ultimately, man, I know we dropped points against Watford, even though I felt like we gained a point when you look at the game. We're still undefeated. And let's not forget Leeds United's home record. We haven't been beaten at home. We're flying. So much like after Huddersfield, we went then on a run again. We beat Sheffield Wednesday, which at the time at their place, I was worried about the fixture, A lot of people are worried about Hull City, and rightly so. But they're coming to Elland Road, They're coming to Elland Road. It's a must-win game for them. It's a must-win game for both sides. So they're going to, come and have a go. At the end of the day, they need to gain ground on Norwich if they want to still get top 6. Because if they don't, like I said, it'll be considered, a poor season. Since January, anyway. It promises to be a really good clash, though. Can see why Sky have opted for it for 8 o'clock. I would just like to see Gruyev in the 6 and, get Gruyev in the 6, Ampadu back in midfield, defence, Firpo left back, Gray right back, Bamford up top with Somerville. I think he might go Pirro because Rutter didn't look quite on it. Maybe that again was a misstep. But hopefully with a couple more days, Rutter will be good to go up top. And then James on the right. But listen, all these people that were criticising Cooper, and rightly so, because he's at fault for the second. He's not at fault for the first. But the second, I said on the watch along at the time, he gets beat in the air. And then it's all just calamity from there on in. The whole side, the whole setup, technically was, and tactically, was all wrong. No one player is to blame for this. Farke got his tactics wrong. But enough credit in the bank. We all love him. Yeah, okay, you made a mistake. You rectified it. You now rectify it for this game coming up, which I think you will. I do think we'll beat Hull City. Yes, they have some exciting players. Yes, at times they will have possession of the football and see a lot of the game, but ultimately Leeds United's play will win out. We've seen teams dominate us for periods. We've seen Norwich do it, for example, and not really lay a glove. And I think with the 2 Welsh Dragons at the back, it'll be the same again. I'm going for a Leeds United 2-0 win and reignite that title charge, Easter's notoriously not a great period for Leeds United, but it wasn't too bad when you consider Southampton lost 2 points in the dying embers, Middlesbrough. I think it was Latilla. Leicester get beat, which is not great after coming from the international break. And Ipswich, yes, they won, but they were not great. And Blackburn should have got something from that game. Ipswich obviously had the best Good Friday. Leeds United then, for me, did well to gain a point, considering where we were at. So it wasn't too bad. And if we can go and beat Hull, and like Farke said, draw away, win at home, you're flying. And I think that's what will happen. So I'm going for a 2-0 Leeds United win against Hull City. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do smash a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make sure you join me tomorrow on Easter Monday for the Monday Madness, man. We've got 3 games to bring you. Leicester, Norwich, then we've got Southampton versus Ipswich, and then we'll finish up with Hull City and Leeds United. But that's it from me. Thank you. Peace out.